First off, thank you for having me. It's an unbelievable pent-up response. For almost 2.5 years, people have not been able to come to Israel, come home. As we say at Jewish National Fund, it's remember the family, come home for a visit. And we have seen over that 2.5 years, and people of Israel have seen people wanting to come to Israel, people wanting to visit, to be part of this nation under creation. And we're finding the same thing. In this month alone, we got 5 groups here in Israel currently, and the whole summer, between teens and young people and older adults, everyone, they're coming home to Israel.
So Russell, why is it so important for you, though, to have people come to Israel?
The Jewish National Fund USA is all about Israel, okay? So if you want to be part of the land, the people of Israel, the entire breadth and scope of this land, and get to know the people from Beersheba to Kiryat Shemona, that's the story of Jewish National Fund. So it's important for us to bring our families together, our families from the United States to our families here in Israel.
Absolutely. And also, as you know, and everybody knows, we went through a huge time when people couldn't travel because of COVID restrictions. What were you doing at the time, or the JNF, what were they doing to keep people engaged?
So it's amazing. We started a virtual mission program, literally a 1-week, 1-hour-a-day program with a live guide here in Israel, 25 people on a Zoom program every single day, 1 hour. We had over 12,300 people who joined us on those missions, and they got to feel Israel. Now the guide's sitting at home, and she or he is like giving a description of Israel because they're locked up, but our people are at home with their families around that camera and watching and traveling to Israel. We're finding that the same people who went on those Zoom virtual missions, they're coming home to Israel right now with us.
And also, what do you think is in store for the Jewish National Fund travel and tours over the next year or so? Do you have any programs lined up? What is really going on over the next few years?
So we have found that the market has shifted some. People want to come so much, and because of COVID, they're coming in smaller groups. So we have a tremendous amount of smaller groups, families, 2 families coming together. But we have grandparents and grandchildren's missions, B'nai Mitzvah missions and programs coming to Israel. But on April 23rd through the 30th, the 75th anniversary of Israel, we're already ramped up, starting to sell out. We're going to have the largest celebration in Israel in Beersheba and include the entire Negev community. So if people want to celebrate the spirit and the highlight of 75 years of Israel, go to jnf.org, and at the 75th anniversary, we will be here.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate your time, Russell, the US CEO, Russell Robinson there from the Jewish National Fund.